Miami Herald, Armando Salguero, who is also following the situation. Armando, we had you on the line just a while ago. I want to get your feelings. First of all, your response and reaction to what you're seeing on the streets of Miami. What is the feeling there, given this breaking news?
Well, again, the exile community in Miami is not a community that's going to mourn the death of Fidel Castro, okay? I understand that there are Fidelistas in Cuba proper that are upset and obviously wary of what might come next, although there is still a Castro in power. It's not the Castro that is in power. Having said that, I understand, I've been watching your excellent coverage, and I see this narrative of, well, this wasn't such a bad guy. And please understand, if you look at history, you understand that he was a villain, in fact. This is a man who, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, if you read the records from the former Soviet Union that were uncovered once the Soviet Union kind of fell by the wayside, he was encouraging Nikita Khrushchev to use atomic weapons against the United States. This is a guy whose Air Force, his MiGs over international waters, shot down the Brothers to the Rescue Cessnas, basically like little commuter plane puddle jumpers, because they were, much to his chagrin, they were patrolling international waters unarmed because people had decided that launching out into shark-infested waters into the Atlantic Ocean was a better idea than actually living under Fidel Castro's rule.
Armando,
and the
I
Brothers
want
to the Rescue were the guys that were trying to help out those people that were in open water.
Armando, I want to interject, and I do, with all due respect, point out, as your role of columnist, we understand that you will take a position on this, and just want to make sure that as you suggest that there is a narrative, there is no narrative. We're simply covering the news, and the news is simply that Fidel Castro has died at age 90, and there will be revolutionaries who will mourn his death. There are those also in Miami, as you rightly point out, who are celebrating in the streets. I would ask you to stay with us because we'd like to speak with you much more through the evening. I also want to bring in our correspondent, Rafael Romo, just to get your thoughts on what you're hearing from Mr. Salguero.
I very much understand what he's saying, because you have to think about the hundreds of thousands, millions of people who had to leave Cuba with nothing.